Okay, hello. My name is Emma, and hello again, and welcome to Saturday Night Threads. A few weeks ago, I was showing you the little pom-pom makers that I got from Dollar Tree, and I had made the large one, the medium one, and this is the small one. Now with this one, it's like, it was okay and everything, but I noticed that every time I would pull like these guys out, these little guys would fall. I mean, look at how they're kind of like bent out of shape already. If you could see, like they're kind of like bent out of shape. And I was like, oh, I didn't like that, but you know, I'm like, whatever. I'm gonna keep using it anyway. And then these things kept falling. As soon as I would take it, you know, apart, these things kept falling off. And I'm like, you know, it was okay and stuff, but then even making the pom-poms is like, they weren't really coming out right. I mean, I could still use it, but it seems like after a few times you use it, it just comes out, you know, this thing ends up being a little bit more flimsier and not really working that well. So I said, okay, fine. There has to be another way to make pom-poms. So I ended up looking at, I mean, I would probably use it again, maybe. But I did see some other tutorials. There has to be another easier way to do this, because I needed small ones. Because I seen this earring set at the store, and I wanted to make a replica of them, because I said, you know, they wanted, you know, $9 for it, and I was like, $9. If it was $3.99, I'll tell you, I would have bought them. Like, you know, right then and there, I would have bought them. But when I saw the price, and they were Claire's jewelry, and when I saw the price on it, they wanted $9 for it. And I said, I can make a pair at home, you know. It won't be exactly like it, but it'll come pretty close, and I'll have almost of what I saw at the store. So I came home, and I thought, I got these. I can make it off of these. But again, it didn't really work that well in my favor. So then I tried to, I saw this one person, and she was doing the pom-pom out of just out of a fork. So I said, okay, let's give it a go. Let me see if I can do the pom-pom. I should have unthreaded this first, you know, from a fork, just like they showed it on there. So I'm gonna cut a small thread. What's up?
I still want red one.
And what I'm going to do is that here's the fork. Here it is. And I'm going to put the thread right in between the middle. So it's going to go right in between the middle. And I'm going to hold both threads. Well, at least that's what she said. I'm going to hold both threads here. And then I'm going to get the end. I'm going to get the end of the yarn. And then I'm just going to hold it. And I'm just going to start winding it through the fork like this. So one thing I noticed is that she didn't go all the way up here. She kind of like stayed neutral, like almost like from here to here. So that's what I'm gonna do. I don't want to go too far down. So I'm gonna try to stay, you know. Oh God, no, this is I hate it when this does. I should have untangled this first, but okay. All right, so let me get back here. I'm gonna try to stay on this on course and just I'm gonna try to make it as thick as I can, but not too thick, because I noticed when she did hers, it wasn't that thick. And then I seen other people doing pom-poms with other creations, like, oh, I gotta try that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like that. She didn't do it too thick. So then I'm going to grab the scissors, and I'm going to cut it here. And then those two thin pieces that was hanging from on the side of the fork, I'm going to grab them up here, and I'm going to loop it up over. up on this side in the middle, and then I'm going to tie a knot. Now I'm going to try to get it as even as I can. Because one thing I noticed when I was doing this the first time, I just couldn't get it tight enough and nothing was like really closing. And I was like, well, this is not working. So I tried to get it as tight as I can, and then I pulled the fork out, and then I did it again. Try to pull it as tight as I can. And then I try to do, it's hard to keep that knot, you know, because you don't want it loose. It has to be tight. Because if it's loose, the threads will come out. So it has to be really tight. Okay, I think that's as tight as I can get it. And then I came here on this side, and I was trying to find the place. See, that's the other part too, trying to find where the opening is at. So I think it's right here. So I'm gonna go in between the threads, and I'm just gonna start cutting. And you really have to have sharp scissors when you do this. It has to really be sharp. Now I hope this works out, because the last few that I did, the threads were just coming out like everywhere. And I was like, oh, this is not working. I was getting so mad. So mad. So I think I got all of them. Just gonna go through this again. I just want to make sure I'm not cutting that one thread. Okay. So this is how it's supposed to look. Okay. So it's supposed to look like that so far. Yeah, it looks crazy, right? So I'm gonna pull these two. I'm gonna push it down just a little bit. And what I'm gonna do, I just want to make sure that everything's cut. It's kind of hard to see, but now what you're gonna do is that you're gonna press it together, and you're just gonna, like I said, you really need some sharp scissors to do the next part, because you want it to be, you see where this flush is at? You want it to be there. So that's where I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna start going around and start evening it out. And you have to cut a lot of yarn. And I think this is one that's gonna be even smaller. Because the other ones I had were, I think I had, this one even looks tinier. So, okay, so far we have this. And now I'm just going to roll it with my hand. Okay. And I think this one came out smaller. But it still looks wonky, right? So again, I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna trim it. And this one came out a little bit, I think this one came out too small. So I'm just gonna cut this off, the little strings. And I'm just gonna roll it lightly. I don't wanna roll it too much. And the whole thing about this is that you really have to like puff it, you know, like really look at it and see where exactly it needs to be trimmed. And again, all you're doing is rolling. Not too tight, just, you know, lightly. seen this other person too doing it. His came out, he was using a comb to comb it out. And I got to try his method as well. His came out really nice. Again, you're just rolling it very, very lightly. And there you go. Nice little pom-pom. And this was done with a fork. And it comes out better than doing it on this. Now, let me show you what I made. Okay. Now, I do have, what I made was the earrings. Okay. That's what I made. So, let me show you what they look like. And like I said, one did come out bigger than the other, but that's okay because they're just for me, so it's no problem. So these were the earrings I made, and they're little Easter earrings. And I think they came out so adorable. And that's what I saw. This is what I saw at the store. And I was like, oh my God. I don't know what material they use, but it was really, it was a lot more, it was almost like feather-like. It was a lot more softer than the yarn I have right here. But they came out cute regardless, so that's how they look like. The earrings. Now, to make the earrings, I had to put glue. I don't know if you can't see the head pin, but I was using head pins, and I had to put glue because when I was trying to do the loop on here, I couldn't make the loop, and the whole head pin came right up. It pulled right through all the yarn. So I had to end up using glue for the bottom. Huh?
I said bye-bye.
Okay, she's here?
Yeah, I'm leaving the house.
Okay. Michaela. Okay. Michaela, make sure he goes with her.
What?
Is your mom here?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure he's walking with her. So, like I said, it looks like one came out bigger than the other. I mean, you can't really tell, but it looks like one is bigger than the other. But I said that's okay because it's only for me. Did they walk? Did she walk or take the car?
Car.
Okay, so you saw him go in?
Yes.
Okay. Well, she has it now. So, yeah. So, this one's going crazy. He's like, where'd he go? Where'd he go? But, yeah. So, I was really happy how they came out. I really did like them. I think they're so cute. I mean, I could trim this a little bit. I mean, I don't want to mess with it, but I just don't want to mess with it too much. But, yeah, I like making jewelry. I made some, what do you call it? See, like it's still like still puffy here. And I guess I could always make this one smaller if I wanted to, but I think all in all, oopsies. All in all, I think they came out really cute. I don't know if I'm trying to play with that one, right? So, yeah. How do you like them, guys? I feel like there's something sticking up here. Oh, the other guy, what he used, he combed the yarn out, which I was like, oh, I gotta try that next time. So I have to like comb the yarn out. And then another thing, which I wanted to do, but the store didn't have this. and this one does. It has the glitter ears. Now, the one at the store didn't. So now it's like I have to have glitter. I'm all about the glitter, guys. I love glitter on everything. But I thought about putting a little bit, either pink glitter or pink or purple glitter. Now, I did get some adhesive spray. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray a little bit of the adhesive, but I have to look for the glitter. I mean, I know I have glitter. I have glitter everywhere. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit of glitter, you know, like on the top or on the sides, just to give it that more glittery look. But yeah, I was really happy of how they came out. Really, really happy. I can't wait. I can't, like, seriously, I can't wait to make more pom-poms. I did make some green ones for St. Patrick's Day, and I was going to hang them up, but because the holiday just went by so quick, as you know, Easter and St. Patrick's fell in the same month, which is, you know, drove me up a wall. But I said, no, that's okay. I'm just going with it. I'm gonna go with it. And so I didn't have time to. I wanted to thread the pom-poms and hang them up by my window, but it just never happened. I go, that's okay, because now at least I have them ready for next year. Another thing I wanted to touch on, so yeah, try the fork method. It just, you know, like I said, all you're doing is putting thread in between. You could look for the tutorials. There's so many of them. And just wind it up. If you want it thicker, just go, I wouldn't go past this right here. I wouldn't go past that. I would stay like up to here, and then make it as thick as you can if you want it to be bigger. But the fork method for me was top notch. The guy who did his, he did it with his fingers. Actually, all he did was just, you know, wind it up with his fingers. And he even did he made a heart pom-pom, which I thought was really cool too. But all he did was just use his fingers to make the pom-pom, which I was like, wow. There's just so many new methods that you can, you know, learn how to do things, you know. And again, you can make earrings, you can make a necklace, you can, you know, well, I'm not sure about, you know, bracelets, because they can, the only thing about making some kind of jewelry with some kind of materials, you have to worry that it's going to get caught on something, and it's going to, you know, if it's not well made, and if you have a bracelet and it gets caught on something, it's going to break. I went through that a lot. So when it comes to jewelry making, you got to really, really make sure that, you know, it's really made right. Because when it comes, you can't wash it if it's yarn. You can't really wet it. Even if you do, which I'll show you when I have a chance. Oh my God, what material was that? It was a kind of material that felt yarn. And you have to use soap and water in order to make the felt pliable, and then you make them into little balls, and you know, I did make a necklace with that, and I did make earrings with felt yarn. Was it felt yarn? It was felt something. I'll find out what it is, but I did make a necklace, and what do you call it? I'm forgetting that it was really, really thin material, but it was thread. But I'll find them and I'll show you how they look like. Again, there's tutorials on there and you can find it. But for me, for now, it worked awesome. Okay, so another thing I want to, and like I said again, you have to use something really small, really pointy, and something really sharp. Okay, and of course, the fork. Okay, so that's what we did. I still want to get into next week. I want to make the crocheted headband. It's one of those bands you put on your head so when you do your makeup, but you crochet it. and it's kind of like interwoven. It's interwoven, it's in a way. And I was like, and I couldn't figure out how they made that. I go, how did they do that? So I watched a couple of tutorials, and I said, oh, that's how. Okay, got it. So I definitely want to make one of those. I was going back and reading this book again, and I said, you know what? I really want to start making these dolls. I didn't get this book for nothing. I really need to use it. So as I was looking through the book, you know, and I think I did show you the picture in front. It's an old book. I did show you that last week, excuse me. And I noticed as I was, you know, I read a little bit of the opening of the book. I noticed when I said, well, let me see what was the first doll that they want you to make. So as the first one was the baby doll, the pattern. And of course it says, to make your pattern, use a piece of tracing paper or strong white tissue paper. Have it long enough to cover the full length of the baby, 14 inches. Place the paper over the upper half of the pattern and trace it with the pencil with lines A and B. A and B, coin, whatever. And then when I was looking at the page, I don't know, maybe it was just, oh, you want to know what? I thought I was missing a page. I saw this and I thought that I saw this and I thought I was missing a page. I'm not. It was just ripped. Oh my God. I was like, oh my God, look, I'm missing a page. But it says A and B, leave open. That's B, leave open, coinciding, trace the lower half. Now cut it out of the pencil line. Now cut it out of the pencil line. This pencil line. So I got tracing paper. I'm going to trace this. And I'm just going to go by what she's saying to do. I'm just going to go by what she's saying to do. And then, of course, I'm going to use my sewing machine. And then I'm going to do the hair. And then, I don't know, the face. And then, of course, we're going to do the dress. And all this. This is going to be a lot. Oh my God, this is a lot. Even the shoes? Oh my God. The moccasins for the baby. So, holy Toledo. Which one is the baby? Is this the baby? That's a big. This is the baby. If that's the baby, that's a big baby. I don't know. But if that's the case, that's a lot. All this to make that baby down. It's going to take a lot of, and most of it, all the more or less all the patterns are all basically the same. So what I want to do is that I'm just going to follow the patterns, the large down old-fashioned dress. I don't know. How many are in here? I'm trying to figure out, because they all more or less have the same pattern. Except the dressing is different. Then they have the clown. See the clown right there? Then they have the clown. And I think that was the last one. That the clown? I don't know. And then the dollhouse dolls. which I'm thinking is going to be like very little. Oh, the Dollhouse Dolls, I think I want to do, maybe I should do that one first, because the Dollhouse, let me see. I'm trying to see if she shows all the dolls here. Can't really see them. But if you can see, these right here are small, right there. See how they're small. They're smaller than the other ones. Now those, the Dollhouse Dolls, were the ones with the, those are the ones with the wire. And that's awesome because you can bend them, you know, any which way. And like I said, they're just now getting into putting wires in dolls. Just now. So we'll see how far I get in this book. And then all these are blank. I don't know what they're for. Maybe to take notes. I'm not sure. But can't wait to get started on this book, guys. So... Oh, see how I mean? This is like the thing came off. And this is, well, I'll fix this later. But I need my tools in order to put the ear wire on. I don't know how it fell off. I mean, I could put it on, but I need my, what do you call it? It won't take long. Okay, guys, so that's it for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you just hopped on, I usually do my daily living vlogs in the morning. So usually when I do my Tea Time Tuesday, my Faith Night Fridays, and Saturday Night Threads, you'll always get 2 videos on those days. Okay, guys, so like a fish in the sea, so glad you caught me. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And we will see you next time on Saturday Night Threads. Bye.